Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
Yes, my name is William Pasota. And I noticed in your presentation you tiptoed around and failed to mention one of the most controversial issues that the city of Houston has faced recently, and one of the most preeminent civil rights issues of our day. And specifically I'm referring to equal rights for gay people, and specifically Houston's HERO Amendment. And I'd like to know where your stance is on that.
Sure. In fact, I didn't go around. I didn't even address it. So let me just.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, let me just address it. I am against the present version of the HERO Ordinance. I'm for the goal that it seeks to achieve, but I'm against the present form. And let me tell you why. This version is a criminal statute. Now, a criminal statute, you have to prove beyond a reasonable doubt in order to have a crime. But the definition of gender, as it presently is in the ordinance, cannot give you an objective standard. It's unenforceable as such. I do believe, however, we can keep most of the body of the ordinance, achieve the same goals of non-discrimination against gays, lesbians, transgender, transsexual individuals, and we should. But that language is not enforceable as a crime.
All due respect, aren't you really arguing that separate is equal, which under Brown versus Board of Education, we clearly learned is not an acceptable standard for American society?
Well, the answer to your question is no, I'm not, because Brown versus Board of Education turned upon race as opposed to gender.
So race is your only protected category of American citizens who deserve equal protection under the law?
I think you failed to understand what I said.
No, I didn't.
I believe that we can protect gays, lesbians, transgender, transsexual individuals from discrimination. And I think that we should.
But in a separate manner.
Hold on, Matt. Please finish answering your question. While we must have that as a goal, it is a foolish goal if you can't enforce the law. And you cannot enforce that law. No judge is going to be able to enforce the HERO Ordinance as a criminal statute. None. Now,
And what are you basing that on?
Because there's not an objective standard beyond a reasonable doubt. That's what a crime requires. A crime requires you to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that this person is a male or this person is a female. You cannot achieve that under that ordinance. As a result, I would immediately modify the definition, because I do believe the goal of the ordinance is correct. I want you to hear that, but I want you to hear that. The goal of the ordinance is correct.
So if you could change the definition of gender, then you would be willing to support
Absolutely.
it?
I think that that's exactly the defect of the ordinance. That is the defect of the ordinance. And
Then,
you can.
as mayor, would you propose the same ordinance with a
absolutely-
different definition of gender?
I absolutely would.
All right.
And I've already said that. The point is, you cannot enforce a subjective ordinance. You have to have an objective ordinance in order for it to be a crime. You just have to. Now, some people may say, hey, that's not politically correct, and that's only because they choose not to listen to what I'm saying. I'm telling you that we can make that ordinance enforceable as a criminal statute, but it must have an objective definition.
Well, I think people listen to what you said, but I think, in all due respect, people may disagree with your conclusion that the definition of gender is not something that courts aren't capable of interpreting.
Yeah,